cuties, welcome back to my channel. I have another grocery haul for you, and I have a few things that were on sale that I bought, a couple of pantry items that we needed to refill, and I bought a lot of cheese, and I'll tell you why when I get to it. I love filming these grocery hauls. I'm still kind of new at it, I would say, but it's just so much fun to share what I use these items for. I get very excited about that. So if you're excited to see what I got, hear about some meal ideas, stay tuned. Okay, I'm gonna start with the frozen because as it is all over this country, it is hot. So things are very frozen, thank God. I never have a problem with that. This is a grocery delivery, as it always is. But I'm very lucky. They keep it very well frozen, so nothing is defrosted or soft. So let's get started. I did purchase this again. It's the sockeye salmon fillets. They're okay. They cook up really quickly. And the only problem I found is there's only 3 in a bag. So, of course, when there's 2 people in the family, I'm left with 1. So I have 1 in the freezer. Now that I bought this one, of course, I'll have 4. So it'll kind of even it out. But it's just a really quick meal. And a lot of times I serve it with my favorite thing right now, my mango salsa. So I'm excited about that. And then another repurchase and a sale are these mashed cauliflower. These are frozen. This is the sour cream and chive. I've decided after trying a couple different flavors, these are our favorite. I will kind of doctor it up a little bit. I add a little more light sour cream, sometimes a pat of butter, maybe some green onion or chives if I have them. So they just come in like in handy, really. You know what? I forgot to tell you the macros on the salmon. So each fillet is 150 calories. And like I said, there's only 3 in a bag. And it's 25 grams of protein and, of course, 0 carbs. The macros on this, it's kind of weird because they're considering half a cup a serving of 70 calories, which is great. But what I do, of course, is I cook the whole thing. I divide it in half between my husband and then I count the macros that way. So there you go. And again, it's just a quick little side. Sometimes I don't even make these during the week. Sometimes they, make it till the following week even, but it's just good to have nice little sides, something different. It's low in carbs. And the last of the frozen items, these were on sale also, the Yasso bars, which I really enjoy. I haven't had them in quite a while, so I did buy 2 because they were on sale. And let me flip it over. So this is the black raspberry chip. Ooh, so good. So it's chocolate chips and raspberry flavored frozen yogurt. Delicious. It's 100 calories per bar, 4 grams of protein, 6 carbs. These are one of my favorites. They taste really good. The other flavor I bought is the coffee chocolate chip, another favorite. They don't always have this one for some reason, but they did have it today. And like I said, it was on sale. And the macros on this are similar, except this has 5 grams of protein, which is great. 16 carbs and 100 calories, just like the other one. So yeah, I'm excited now that it's really, really hot. I can have one of these after dinner as like a little dessert. Occasionally I will kind of dress them up, but most often I just eat them the way they are. And it doesn't break my calorie bank. It just gives me a little sweet treat at the end of the night and a little protein. I'm also going to just show you what meat I got. I only got 2 things as far as meat for dinner. I have quite a bit of meat in my freezer. I have plenty of chicken, I have shrimp, I have the salmon, of course, you saw. We have some steak down in the freezer, so we're all set for that. But I tell you, every time I do a grocery haul, I buy this every single time. I just like to have it. I can make turkey meatloaf, meatballs. I can add it to sauce to make like a meat sauce. I can make turkey burgers. I can add taco seasoning to it. I do all kinds of things. So I always have this in my grocery hauls. You'll always see this. And this time I bought the boneless pork chops. These are the ones that I like. Sometimes they send me the one with the bone in it, and it's fine, but I really like these. And these are the center cut pork chops. So there's usually 3, like there is here. So I'll usually make all 3. We have 1 each for dinner, and then I have 1 left over, usually for a salad, or my husband will eat it for lunch. I'm gonna swing over to the other side of the island just to do this refrigerated stuff. So I just got 1.5 dozen of eggs. Self-explanatory, always have eggs in this house. I eat one just about every day with my egg whites, which I needed to refill on in an omelet, or I do quesadillas. And if you haven't watched any of my What I Eat in a Day videos, I'll link a couple below in the description box if you want to take a look. And I think I have a couple, I'm sure, because I eat them almost every day, how I make my quesadillas. And I change it up a little, depending on what I have, what I'm feeling like. So yeah, check those out. And also I bought some cottage cheese. I like to put a big scoopful in my eggs. It makes them extra creamy. I also spread them on like Wassa crackers, or I have these brown rice crackers that I got from Trader Joe's. I'll put some sliced tomato on it, some green onion or dill, whatever I have, and it's really yummy. Although, oh, I should link this video. I think it was a short where I showed how I kind of sweeten the cottage cheese up, like from back in the day of Weight Watchers, with a little cinnamon and sweetener. Spread it on the Wassa cracker, and then I slice fresh farm-grown strawberries on it. Oh my gosh, I still think about that meal. Okay, so for 1/2 cup of the cottage cheese, it's 90 calories, 13 grams of protein, and 5 carbs. Okay, some more cold items. So I just get the fat-free Reddi-wip, and usually I put it on my sugar-free Jell-O. For some reason, strawberry is my favorite flavor. It's a nice little dessert at the end of the night. It's very low in calories. Okay, so 5 calories for basically 2 squirts. That's what I do. And of course, 0 protein. The Jell-O is 10 calories per cup. It actually has 1 gram of protein and 0 carbs. So that's pretty cool. And it tastes good, and it's convenient, quick. So yeah. And like I mentioned, I got a lot of cheese. So let's go through it. I was completely out of cheese, which is unusual for me. But let me show you what I got, and I'm gonna share with you what I am doing with all this cheese. So first up is some provolone. This is regular, yeah, it's regular provolone. I was looking for the thin slice, but they didn't have it. So for 1 slice, it is 70 calories, 5 grams of protein, and 0 carbs, of course. Next up, I got some of these sharp cheddar. This is the, ooh, this is not the reduced fat. Oops. Anyway, these are just little snacks. I just feel like I could have some snacks that were more high in protein and kind of tasty to satisfy me, instead of having like a protein bar or something. So I got these. Let's see what the macros are on these. Okay, so it's only 80 calories, even though they're not reduced fat. And we got 5 grams of protein and less than 1 gram of carbohydrates. So I didn't think 80 calories was too bad. I remember now that I knew they weren't reduced fat, but for 80 calories for a snack, I think that's great. And I'm sure they taste good. Okay, I also got, this is a usual thing. I just ran out, so I got more. This is the reduced fat, or what are they calling it? Yeah, reduced fat, sharp cheddar. It's the shredded one. And this is what I mostly use for my quesadillas in the morning for breakfast, but I also put it on taco salad. If we have tacos for dinner, this is what I use. Even my husband doesn't mind this one. So the macros for a quarter of a cup is 90 calories, 7 grams of protein, and 2 carbs. Finally, the last 2 cheese items. So I did get some feta cheese, and as I've told you before, I just get the regular feta cheese, and this one tastes really good. I got a small container because I find it doesn't really last as long as I would like it. So I get a small container, and let's see. Yeah, see, the calories aren't too bad, and a quarter of a cup is a really good amount. So 70 calories, like I said, 4 grams of protein, and 1 carb. I'm actually making a little Greek meal tonight for dinner, so I need to have this. I'm glad they had it for the delivery. Okay, so last cheese item is some string cheese. This is reduced fat. The macros for these is 60 calories, 6 grams of protein, and less than 1 carb. So what I thought I could do with this, I'll segue into the next few items, is I like to wrap a slice of prosciutto around this cheese and have it as a snack. It's really, really good. And this is the prosciutto that my store usually has, and it's not very pricey, but it's really good in calories. I'll flip it over and show you the macros. So for, let's see, what do they say? 2 slices is 8 grams of protein, 0 carbs, and 70 calories. So of course you could have more than 2 slices. I normally just take 1 slice and wrap it around the cheese, so I get a decent amount of protein for that little snack. So I'm excited to have that again. I also picked up some Canadian bacon. What I do with this is I cut it in half. I'll freeze one side, and the other side goes in my refrigerator, and I use it for egg sandwiches. And you'll see coming up in a minute what I put my egg sandwiches on. I don't eat them every day. I think it's about once a week because I just feel like it's not enough protein, and it's not as filling as my quesadillas. So I have it maybe once, maybe twice a week. The macros on this is really good too. For 3 slices, it's only 60 calories, but it has 10 grams of protein and 1 carb. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I'm not the biggest ham person, as you may know if you watch my videos, but this I like. It's almost like an Egg McMuffin that you get at McDonald's. I use 1 slice with an egg. I put the egg in a little round mold so it looks really cute. And you'll see I have the English muffins that I use it with, and just a slice of cheese, and it's really good. Okay, so these 2 items, this is my idea for these, along with the provolone cheese. I am gonna make one of those, there's different names for it. Some people say grinder salad. Some people say like an Italian hero salad. Basically, it's anything that goes on an Italian hero, but you put it in a salad and make this really, really good red wine vinegar dressing. And I've made it before. If I can find that video, if I did video it, I'll put it in the description, but it's so delicious. The only thing I skipped today was the turkey pepperoni. I just felt like I had enough flavor with the hard salami, the turkey, the provolone, so I think I'm good. Sorry about that. I had to take the turkey slices out of their container, but for, let's see, 2 ounces, it's 10 grams of protein, which I think is pretty good, 2 carbs, and only 60 calories. And last is the hard salami. Now, I don't eat cold cuts very often. I'm not the hugest fan, personally, but also I know it's kind of got a lot of fat and things that we shouldn't be eating all the time. But you really need this kind of stuff for the salad just to give it that Italian sub or hero, whatever you're calling it. But the macros really aren't that bad. So let me show you. This one is boar's head, which I really like. I like the flavor of it. For 5 slices, which I definitely wouldn't have, but it's 110 calories, 6 grams of protein, 1 carb, and the fat is 9 grams. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'd probably just put 2 slices just because it's got a strong flavor and I don't need very much of it. And it lasts a while in my fridge, which I like too because I am not going to use it that fast. So yeah, that's going to be really good in the salad. Last cold item, my favorite thing, the Cedars tzatziki. And if you, again, watch any of my videos, you know this is one of my favorites. I do make my own. It just doesn't last in the fridge very long. So I only do it occasionally, but this tastes so good. And the macros are really, really good. Hopefully you guys can see that. But for 2 tablespoons, it's only 35 calories. It is 2 grams of protein and only 3 carbs. So yeah, it just tastes yummy. And I will use this tonight for our Greek meal, which I know you guys, if you watch my videos, you've seen the Greek dinner. You've heard about the Greek dinner. I make it just about every week or so. And my mom gave me a giant zucchini, so I want to use that, and I'll kind of season it up with oregano, some garlic. It'll be delicious. The only change I'm doing this week is I am using some sausage, some chicken sausage, instead of the usual chicken thighs or chicken breasts. So we'll see how that tastes. And I serve it with a piece of naan bread with some tzatziki. Sometimes I put olives, sometimes I'll sprinkle feta cheese over the vegetables. It's going to be delicious. Okay, I came back over to the other side of the island. I bought a package of the Carb Balance Mission tortillas. These are my favorite. It's what I use for my breakfast quesadillas. And my husband usually gets them at Costco, but I went through them all and I don't know when he's going to go back. So I wanted to make sure to get some. So let me flip it over for the macros. So yeah, it's 70 calories for one, 6 grams of protein, and it has 19 carbs, but it has 17 grams of fiber. So yeah, you can't go wrong with 17 grams of fiber, and they taste really, really good. And these were the English muffins I was talking about that I use for my egg sandwich. They're okay. You know, they're okay. I'll say that. And for how infrequently I eat them, it's fine. The macros I think are pretty good. Let me flip it over and show you. Yeah, so it's only 90 calories for one, and it's got 5 grams of protein, which I thought was pretty good. You're probably not going to be able to see this very well because there's crumbs on it. But it's 26 carbs and 11 grams of fiber. So I think that's pretty good. They toast up really nice. They just, I don't know, they have a little bit of a, it's probably the protein. Maybe they add some protein to it. I don't know. But definitely not inedible. I buy them all the time. I used to buy ones that I think were by Fiber One, the brand, and they were really good and they were big like this. But I can't find them anymore, so this is a good substitution, I guess. Okay, just a few more miscellaneous items, I guess, before I get to the produce. So I just got a packet of the Crystal Light lemonade. In the summer, for some reason, I like to have some other things besides water. So this kind of just, of course, flavors the water. To me, it tastes good. This is the only flavor I really like. I do buy the pink one occasionally, but not my favorite. So yeah, that's all this is. And this is the one that goes in your water bottle. It's 10 calories per package. It does have 3 grams of carbs, but 0 protein, of course. Okay, and I also bought some Chomps. I really like these. I only bought 2. They're kind of high in calories, but they're good source of protein. They are 100 calories per little stick and 10 grams of protein and 0 carbs, and they don't add sugar to these. I know some of them do, like the beef jerky and stuff, so yeah, I keep these in the pantry just for one of those moments when you need some extra protein. Okay, this is kind of a weird item, but especially during this time of year when corn's in season, but I like to keep this on my pantry shelf for when I can't think of anything to go alongside like tacos, or when I make the salmon with the mango salsa. So I just dress this up and kind of make it into a salad. So I just like to keep it on hand. I picked up some chopped pecans. I have just the smallest amount left. And sometimes I like to add this to things for dessert, like if I make the yogurt with the peaches and the sugar-free Jell-O, the cheesecake Jell-O. And this is a nice little topper, so I just needed some more. And you guys might know I like this to make a protein coffee. I haven't really been having it as often as I used to, but I just used the last one, I guess last week. So I picked up some more while they had it. I'm just so afraid they're gonna do away with it. So as you can see, it has 30 grams of protein, 3 carbs, 1 sugar, and 170 calories. And all I do is add this to some cold brew, or I'll brew my Keurig and let it cool off and then add it. But I just want to see, yeah, okay. So it's 3 total carbs. Of course, there is no fiber. So yeah, again, just a good source of protein. And I like the flavor of these. Okay, last is the produce. So as always, I got some romaine lettuce for all my salads I'm going to be making. And as always, in English cucumber, always. I even have about 3/4 of one in the refrigerator that my husband got me, but they never go to waste. I love cucumbers. Even as a snack, I can dip it in the tzatziki, or I make some ranch dip with ranch powder with the fat-free Greek yogurt. It's delicious. So yeah. And then I bought another bag of arugula. I like this for salads that I add something sweet. For instance, when I made the watermelon feta salad, which I will link that video below so you can watch that. That salad is just amazing. But I love the pepperiness of the arugula with that. And I might be making one with strawberries. So that's where the strawberries came in. So yeah, they taste really good together in my mind. Then we just needed a couple of onions. We completely ran out, which is very unique in this house. But I did buy 2 ears of corn. We're gonna be going out east at some point, east from our house where there's farms. And also my husband goes to a farm that's pretty close to us to get corn, but I just wanted 2 for the week for one of the meals. Then I got some cilantro. They didn't have any big bunches of it, but I will use this. I've already got the jalapenos. I'll use this in the mango salsa. I got a red onion. I might add some to tonight's Greek dinner, just kind of saute it up with the zucchini. And then just some tomatoes. I try to always get the cherubs, and soon, if not already, tomatoes are in season, so hopefully we'll get some farm fresh tomatoes soon. Okay, so that was my grocery haul. I hope I gave you some meal ideas that you might use for the week. Maybe I showed you an item that you have never bought before and want to try. So yeah, if you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and have a great day.